Hello everybody, welcome to Friday Sews. I'm Alison, this is Sew Like Dotty and it's our regular Friday catch up. So I've got two finished things to show you and some bits of fabric that might have just arrived. Yeah, so let's have a little chill out Friday morning together, or Friday night, or whenever you're watching it. I do just want to say thank you for your comments. You know, I do love to chat in the comments box and find out what you're up to as well. I feel part of a little community, and there is always a link to my Sew Like Dotty Facebook group in the description box. So if you would like to kind of just chat more, there's not loads of stuff goes on there, but it's a nice Facebook group, you'll know what I mean. There's no massive egos on there, that kind of thing. So yeah, you're more than welcome to join that. So what am I wearing? This is a brand new pattern. It launched on Sunday. I've been trying to get photos done all week. You know, when you just have a really busy week, I've got something going on that I'm dead excited about, but I'm just not ready to tell you just yet. I'd just like to dangle that carrot a little bit with you. So this is the Orla top, which has been launched from Jane at the Dressmaker's Closet. So this is the instruction booklet here. As you can see, it's a raglan sleeve blouse. A couple of people I know have shared it already, and it's just got a button loop at the top there for a closure. I think it might go over my head without that, but it was really easy to do. As always, a really simple, easy make of Jane's, and this is in the new size range, which is size UK 6 to 28, and I did a straight size 16. I was getting a little bit nervous that kind of coming over the waist it might be a bit tight, but it's not at all. I have got some pictures to drop in a little video, so I will put those in as a chat, but it just finishes sort of here on me. So here is my waist, just below my waist, but obviously you could extend it if you wanted to. It's got these lovely, not puffed sleeves, they fitted at the top, so a bit like a bishop sleeve, but it finishes just under your elbow. I'm sure you could lengthen or shorten them if you wanted to, but for me it's a lovely length. The cuff, I mean, I've got quite big arms as I always say, but the cuff isn't too tight, so even if it does move up, it just sort of drops itself down, which I do really like. I hate it when I'm kind of wearing stuff and I'm like, oh, need to pull that down again. So I've just moved around there and it's back to where it was. This is a viscose chalice, which I bought before I knew what viscose chalice was. So I've got a Davenport dress in this, which might have been the first Davenport dress that I made, I'm going to say 3 years ago, and this has just been sat on my shelf. And I thought, oh, there's enough left to make a top, and so it was perfect for this. And I do think there'll be more of these, and I do think it would be very easy to hack it into a dress. You know, if you like just that simple top that you can pull on style dress, I mean, literally for me, I would probably just take maybe 2 inches off it, put a gathered skirt on, possibly a ruffle, easy peasy, make it into a dress. But I think I will definitely be making more of them. So yeah, how much fabric does it take? Because obviously I don't really know how much I had of this. So let me just see. Let me just find it for you. I know it's in here somewhere. It takes, based on, so I'm just seeing if there's a variation. So from a size 6 to a size 18, it takes, if it's 140 wide, it takes 1.5 of fabric, and if it's 152 wide, which is 60 inches, it's 125 centimeters, 1.25. And from a size 22 or 28, it's either 2 meters or 1.5 meters. But lovely, really like it. Be lovely in viscose, in linen, gingham. Jane's version she shared is in gingham, and if you go onto the Dressmaker's Closet, there is a sew along as well. So what does it say? Does it say it's a beginner, a chic? It does say boxy style, but I don't find it boxy. I feel like it's shapely on me. It suits my curves. Featuring an elegant back loop fastening, 3/4 length sleeves, add a touch of sophistication. Well, I like to be sophisticated. Complete with delicately gathered cuffs for a stylish finish. I would say it would look lovely with trousers, jeans, skirt, denim skirt, and as I say, do it in different fabrics, different styles. Happy days. So yeah, I am a brand ambassador for Jane, but with this one, I've not pattern tested it. It was available on Jane's, what's that thing called? I'll put the word in because I can't think of it. It'll come into my head and it begins with P, which is like a paid for, where you pay and you get different patterns. I can't remember the name of it. So it's already been on there for a little while, but now she's launched it. So there will be, I'll put my link in the description box if I can find it. I do, I can't, you know, where you can, I get paid a little bit or something, I don't mind, but I'll just put a link to Jane's pattern in there for you, very reasonably priced as well. Obviously you can get it on A4 or A0. So that is the Orla top. The other thing that I finished this week, as you know, I was making the Style Arc Norman Jumpsuit. So it was so tuned on Sunday. Just had such a lovely day on Sunday. I've got this proper little skip in my step at the moment. Oh, sorry, I got it. My hair. Proper little skip in my step at the moment. And it was just lovely. Thoroughly enjoyed the day. I mean, I always enjoyed the day, but I don't know, there was just something about this week. It was really special. Good banter, good crack, coffee, sewing. I felt like I got loads done. I had cut this out. I think I'd cut it out, and I'd put the interfacing on, but I'd not started any sewing on it. So I made this, and then I moved on to the Norman Jumpsuit. So I've mentioned this for a couple of weeks. It was in my make's plans, and I think I probably said last week that I was going to do it. I used this suiting fabric that I've got from Pound Fabrics, like, I don't know, in the last century. It's just been sitting there. It's not the ideal fabric for it, but it was ideal, excuse me, for me to use. It was ideal for me to use as the toile for it. I have worn it this week. There's a couple of things I'm going to tell you about it. Now, for me, I think I'm quite long bodied, so if I'm making a bodysuit or swimwear, I've got to add length onto the body, and I didn't think about that till I'd made this. Now I've worn it, it's okay. I just feel like I'm getting a little bit of a hungry bum in it sometimes. So I think I would lengthen the body by probably an inch. See what that was like, because I was thinking, should I lengthen the straps? No, because it fits me everywhere, like over my bust and everywhere. So I'm going to sort of do it around the waist and just lengthen the pattern piece. Also, there's like a leg facing. Now I'm 5'6", I think. I used to be 5'6.5", and I was like, why do I need to put a facing on the A? I didn't, because this is quite a heavy, not a heavyweight, but a heavier fabric. But I literally ended up, I just had overlocked the edge and literally just turned it over and hemmed it up. And I mean, I'm not Harry Half-mast, but they are just probably a little bit short. So I would definitely probably add 1.5 inches, maybe even 2 inches to the bottom, so I can put a good hem in them, probably 2 inches. I mean, obviously those adjustments I'm going to make to the body will give it some length, but not necessarily in the leg itself. Why am I doing that? I don't know. I'm like that. Big box, little box, cardboard box. I don't remember all that from the 80s. So this takes, depending on your width of your fabric, does take quite a bit. So if your fabric's 1.4 centimetres wide, it takes 3.75 metres. So I did go and have a look at some linen. I want to get something, if I get it in linen, that looks elegant. Well, in any print. I don't want to look like a children's TV presenter. I want to look smart, which when I saw Carolyn's, it was in a navy with a cream swirl, which is now sold out on Pound Fabrics. But I'm just being mindful I would need 4 metres of it. So I'm just going to briefly show you some fabric that I did get to do, which I'll link into, because I think this will be, well, it is, because I bought it and it's just arrived and it's going to go in the washing machine. So this is a denim from Pound Fabrics, but as you see when I hold it up to the light, it's not see-through, but it's a very lightweight. It might be a 4-ounce denim, and this is the dark colourway in it. And I think this would be ideal for me, and then I could wear something like this under. I could wear a t-shirt under. I could wear anything under it. So I have got some darker denim to make. I nearly told you what it was. I can't tell you that yet. Something with. But this is a very much more lightweight one, and this will be lovely going into the summer and things as well. So I got 4 metres of this, and it's about to go in the wash. So there we go. literally just arrived this afternoon. So I will put this on and I will drop a video and some pictures in as well. So basically it's just as the diagram says. It's really straightforward. I sort of cut it out, had it prepped, and I just did loads of overlocking at Sawtune. I overlocked everything around. I like to do that when I'm trying to get the fit of things right for the first time. So it's got a front yoke and a back yoke. The construction of it was a bit, well, it was just a little bit different, but I don't know if this has been on Stylac Patterns for the whole time, because as you know, their instructions are very, very sparse, to say the least. But I just randomly noticed there was a QRS scanner on it. So when I went on there, there was kind of pictures that somebody had taken of it going through. I mean, it wasn't a difficult make, but for me, it was beneficial to have those pictures. It's just such a visual learner that it just helped me to do that. I mean, I think you can see on the draw, I don't know if it's meant to be cropped. Like when you look at the ankle, it is quite cropped, but obviously it is winter. It is snowing off and on outside. Not lying, but snowing. So it has this optional, but I think essential, piece of elastic in the back that just brings it in. Now my tip about this is, when you are marking up your pattern pieces, you put a mark here and a mark here on the inside to join the ends of the elastic. So it says stitch them in first and then sort of pull it across and stitch it to the centre seam. Now what I would say when I do this again is, when I join this centre seam, which is one of the first things that you do, I would actually fold the elastic in half and stitch it to that seam. I stitched it to the actual fabric of the seam so that that line isn't visible from the outside. Now, depending on what fabric you've got, with this I probably wouldn't have noticed, but in the denim, if I'd just stitched it down, you would have seen that. But you do end up with the rectangle on the back, but you can't really, I'm saying you can't really see it, I think you can see it, but I feel like you can't see it when it's on. I think it's just on the camera in the light you can see it maybe a bit more, but I do think that this brings it in. I went to see Granny Linda on Monday for some Margo Pinafore advice. I'll come to that shortly, and she was saying, oh, I don't know, because I've got a flat bum, but I actually think that it would, I thought my strap was twisted there, I actually think that it would give you some shape. I mean, I don't have that issue, I am quite blessed in the curves, but yeah, I don't know if I worn it once or twice. No, I wore it on Tuesday, definitely, yeah. And it's dead simple. You've got a face in front and back. So you start off, you start off sewing from the crotch up over. There's a notch, so you don't sew right down. So it's just weird how you join it together. So I just found when I was trying to do this elastic bit, it would have been a bit easier at the beginning. It's got side seam pockets, which I did put in. I wasn't going to at Sawtune, and then I thought, just make it with the pockets, Alison. So they're just in there. And yeah, so I will put some pictures on so you can see that. I think, well, I don't know, it's not smart dressy, obviously depending on the fabric that you use, and we've all got different taste. But I do think I could see myself sort of, you know, kind of lounging around the house in it. It felt really nice, and I went out in it the other day. I was out pretty much all day on Monday and I had that on. So to go with that, I popped into First for Fabrics on Tuesday. It's ages since I've been in store. I'm always ordering stuff online. I ordered some medium weight woven interfacing, which is, their woven interfacing is just the best thing ever. I did have some of the paper in the drawer, but I picked it up and I thought, I ain't using that. So I'd ordered some in black and white of the medium, and Tom brought it to Sawtune for me rather than me going doing click and collect. It's only about 10 minutes away, but, well, probably not even that. But I realised what I'd got last time was lightweight, so I did use the medium in that, and it's absolutely fine. But I wanted to get some lightweight, and I wanted to get some t-shirt fabric, because I feel like I need some different coloured t-shirts to wear under the Margo Pinafore and under that denim one that I'm about to make. So I got two different colours in bamboo jersey, which probably look fairly similar to you, but this bamboo jersey is just so unbelievably soft. Everybody in the house has had a feel of it. Do you do that with your fabric? Come here and stroke this fabric. And people do. Yeah. So I got this colour, which is just a lovely lilac, but it's really nice. I've got to say, I'm super proud of my nails, look. 3.5 weeks these beauties have been on. They're added. I'm over the moon. I had to file them all down the other day. They were like claws. You know when you jab the end of your nails and it hurts, doesn't it? Anywho, so I've already cut this one out as the Friday Pattern Company Bateau top. So I got 1.2 metres of that. And then the other colourway that I got in it was this one just here. So they aren't the same, but obviously they're in the same group tones of fabric. So this I think will be lovely under any of those. So again, bamboo jersey, I got 1.2 metres. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So that's washed and ready. That'll get cut out soon-ish. No timeline on making these, but probably fairly soon. And I do think that denim Norman will be fairly soon. Will I have to amend? I'm on course with my February plans, I've got to say. I've still got the Cassie dress to buy sew over it to cut out and sew, but obviously we've got the sewing retreat in 2 weeks' time, so I can probably make that there. And I've got the Sadie skirt, which is already cut out to make, so I'll probably get one of those, probably the skirt made this week because that's already cut out. And that pinafore won't take me too long. And I've got one more fabric to show you, which is, and then I'm going to talk Margo. This is a viscose chalice from the Minerva exclusive range. Now I've got to say, this is viscose chalice and this is viscose chalice. I've had a few of these and it does feel very different. It's just beautiful to work with. So I've got this for a project that's coming up for a brand new pattern, which I can't tell you about yet. I just thought it's so beautiful, I've got to share it with you because can we just have a moment for how nice they go together? Now, this isn't for a pair of trousers, but I'm thinking in the summer, some wide leg trousers, probably suero pants with this t-shirt that I'm making. How nice would they be together? Oh yes. So there may be more of this being bought. I think it's called Daisies, but I'll link it in the description box anyway. Might not be called, I think it's called Daisy something, but it's Minerva exclusive viscose chalice. So these have all been washed. I'm so organised. Yeah, I mean, I know I was on a no spend January, but it's now February, but I'm just kind of, yeah, developing my wardrobe. I've still got piles of dresses that are too big for me, but I'm really enjoying doing different, like, other things as well. So I'm not going to lift the pinafore over, but if you're waiting to kind of find out what's happening with the Margo pinafore, because I'd kind of stopped because I thought this doesn't make any sense. I think I've done things wrong. However, when I went to see Linda, I hadn't. So I was over the moon. I just needed to see it, to see the construction. And Vicky was at Sawtoon on Sunday with a pair of dungarees on, which I was like, did you make them? How did they go together? Because they were the same sort of style fitting at the side. So I kind of was having a look at that. And once I wrapped my head around it, I'm fine. So I'm thinking probably this Sunday, I'm going to get some time, or Sunday or Monday, to work on those as well. It's one of those things where you think, oh, I don't think there's that much left, but I probably need maybe a good morning or afternoon on it to get it done. But yeah, so I was really, really pleased because I was just like, oh, I can't follow this pattern. Isn't that quite pathetic? But what I'm thinking is, I don't know if it's the same brand, Merchant and Mills, that Ruth, seamstress Ruth, is making the Whittaker, I think, dungarees, or she might have already made them. But I know with the pinafore, I could not find anybody else who'd actually kind of talked about the construction of it online. There's lots of people on Instagram and things that have made it. So because of the stage that I'm at, I'm still going to be able to take some like step-by-step pictures. So as long as I remember, I'm going to do that. And I might kind of do that as a separate vlog. So it's findable if people are looking for it, with me prattling on about how to explain it. You know what that's like. So I am going to go and I'm going to pop on the Stylac Norman with a t-shirt. I'll take a little bit of a video and get some pictures and I will drop those in and I will catch up with you very soon. I'm excited. We've got one more week of full makes. kind of nearly 2 before we head away for the weekend. We had our little away for the weekend meeting over food last night. Great, love it, can't wait. Okay, bye for now everyone, take care.